Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm making another scrapbook page out of this paper pad. Okay friends, so today is another episode of turning paper pads into pages, and the thing that I wanted to focus on today was using some of these squares that I had cut up from the project pad cover, and two reasons why I want to do that. I've realized that I haven't really been using them as embellishment or tucking pieces or cluster bases, and so I wanted to make use of them. And the other thing that I wanted to look at again was how much I really love like the teeny tiny pattern. So like the pattern is shrunk down, right? So the pattern of the paper is shrunk down into this little itty bitty square, and I just really like the way that that looks. So I chose a photo that I thought was pretty neutral-ish and could go with a whole bunch of these different patterns and colors. And it's just from that stack of photos from my San Francisco trip. So I feel like those are the ones that I've kind of focused on going forward with this paper pad. And so I'm gonna set aside the larger squares for the moment, and I also have these two pieces from the project pad. And I'm going to start with this, these, I think they're not quite 2 inches. Let me just look. They are, oh, again, they're pretty close to 2 inches. Not quite, like just a hair off. And I just am thinking that I am going to lay them across my page until kind of I run out of space. Would like another pattern in there. And I'm just gonna kind of alternate like busy pattern with not so busy pattern. Now let me see, does this, if I squish these up, can I squeeze another one in the end or no? Kinda. Okay, so we got those, and then I'm going to go up this way. Same sort of idea. Oh, there's some of the cut apart pieces. I'm going to set those aside as well, because they're not quite exactly the same size. Let's see. Pattern, kind of pictures. Pattern and pictures. So again, I need to kind of squish them together to get that many on there. But I'm not going to worry about spacing just yet because I'm not gluing these down at the moment. And then I think I'm going to kind of do like the same sort of thing, but I'm going to like only go like not quite all the way all across. So I'm going to stop one short of, do you see what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to put one here and I'm not going to put one here. Yeah? Okay. And some of these are not exactly the same size, so that's going to be something I have to look at as well. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Here, here. So see how I didn't quite go that far, and then here. So do I even want that one there, or am I going to leave it like that? I think I'm going to leave it like that. Some of these are going to get covered up anyways with my photo, because I kind of want it to nestle in there. And that's kind of the idea I had for using some of these squares, because I do really like the tiny pattern that they have on them. Okay, so then I'm thinking like a title here, maybe some journaling, and maybe like a doodle line just to like box this in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera here. I'm going to glue some stuff down, maybe ink some edges, and type up my journaling, find a title, and then I will come back. Okay, I really actually like how this one turned out. So I didn't actually use any paper from the paper pad, which is kind of a weird in the sense that this whole series is all about using up the paper pad, but it is part of the paper pad. So if you are trying to stretch your budget, this is definitely one of the things that you can take away from this, and that is that not to forget the bonus pieces that are on the cover of your paper pad. So for this one, yes, it is just the cover, and that's okay. It's one more layout for my books, right? So what did I do? I very much stayed to what we had already talked about. I inked the edges of each square so that they kind of, it just helps them to look like they belong together a little bit better. And so I used the Distress ink in Chipped Sapphire for that. And I feel like they go together anyways because they're all from the same collection, right? So there's a lot of patterns. I think I counted 19 different patterns on this page. And I did end up taking out the squares that were behind the photo because it seemed silly to leave them on there. And I did draw a line around the outside edge, just a little loose doodle line. It's not straight. There was no ruler involved, just to give your eye a place to stop when it's looking across the layout, right? So I also took the fonts, the basic gray chipboard fonts that I had in my kit, and I colored them up with some Distress stain. So the Love is colored up with Stormy Sky Distress stain. The Locks is covered with Dusty Concord Distress stain, and the Fired Brick is covered, or the hearts are covered with the Fire Brick Distress stain. And I really like how the Distress stain takes on the chipboard, the raw chipboard. It does a really nice job, and it soaks in quickly, and I only have to do it once or twice, and it's nice and colored. Okay, so then I went outside of my kit for the keys. They are brads. I knew I had them in my craft room, and there's no hard and fast rule that says I can't go outside of my kit. I just try to stick with it just to make things go quicker. But I did know I had these keys, and I thought that they would go really nicely with the story here. So then I also used some of the acrylic pieces from my kit and some of the puffy hearts from my kit. I used a date stamp, and I just typed up my journaling on a white piece of cardstock and just layered it on top of the textured white cardstock, and I think that looks fine. I just don't want to draw too much attention to it. It's there, people are going to read it, but it's not like in your face. I didn't want a pattern or something to take away from the patterns that are on this side. I didn't want them competing. So I still have quite a few squares left. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll do a second layout using some kind of a square pattern. This same what do you call, like, design idea would be really good for 6x6 paper pads as well, because they have those smaller images on them, right? So the cars on the actual 12x12 sheet would be like, maybe you'd get 1 or 2 cars in a square this size, but because they've shrunk down the images, you can fit so many more patterns into a space, right? So anyways, I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please click that like button to give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my videos and you are not already a subscriber, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when new videos go up. Thank you so much and have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.